What's up? My name is Slice Morton. I'm here with my man Pooh from BASKETBALLHEADZZ.
Y'all know what it is. Glenn Pooh Harding, BASKETBALLHEADZZ Live, the podcast. We're here at the Aloft Hotel in Harlem. It's our new home, baby. Come check us out. Brand new episodes, new guests. And today, I got my brother, Jeffery Slice Morton, the founder of Bro Day. July 26th, Coney Island. Be there. Welcome to BASKETBALLHEADZZ Live. I'm your host, Glenn Pooh Harding, and we are at the Aloft Hotel in Harlem. So those of you that's visiting New York or in New York, y'all need a nice place to stay for a weekend or even just for a day. Come to the Aloft Hotel in Harlem, Frederick Douglass Boulevard, between 123rd and 124th Street. That's right, in the Mecca. Today, we have a very special guest, a longtime friend, former teammate, and a man who I consider a brother. I know my guy Nims say he's the mayor of Coney Island, but today, we got the president. That's right. My guy Jeffery Slice Morton, the founder of Bro Day. And if y'all don't know about Bro Day, you will today.
Ready? Yes. You have just stepped into the world of chaos. Where everybody go hard. Come on. Go hard. 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 Or go home. Never back down. You gotta hold your own. Go hard. 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 East Coast. Go hard. West Coast. Go hard. Midwest. Go hard. Dirty. Hurry up, everybody, get online, buy your tickets, cause the game about to start.
What's up, King?
What's up with you, bro?
How you doing, brother?
Good.
Good, man. Long time, man.
Thanks.
Look, you've been kind of planning this for a long time, right? When was the last time Bro Day happened?
2001. I think it was 2001.
When the towers, around the towers?
Yeah, before COVID. So that was.
So they had to. Well, if you said 2001, bro, we talking about a long time.
Yeah.
We talking about over 20-something years ago.
No. The last time I did.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time, like 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So just recent.
Yeah.
Okay, I think you said 2001, 2021.
Oh, no.
Got you. Well, let's start with the first official question. All right. Who introduced you to the game of basketball?
Ooh, that's a good question. Just probably following the older guys in my hood. That's a real good question. Wow. Was it like a certain group of guys you were looking up to and you said, you know what, this is what I want to do, or you kind of discovered it by accident? Well, my cousin Omar,
yes.
he started first. I guess I followed his lead.
Omar Morton, get with me, man. Another legend in this New York City basketball thing, man. A great family of basketball. So you started following Omar, and when was like the first time you like played under the whistle?
Citywide.
I used to play for Citywide, and I played for the Broncos.
Doc Maselli.
Yeah, Doc.
Ice cream!
Yeah.
Ice cream! Rest in peace, Doc Maselli.
Yeah. So also the Flames too.
Listen,
The Flames, yeah.
people don't understand how legendary the Flames was, right? The Flames is a legendary AAU program out in Coney Island. First time I got introduced to the Flames was through, you know, our former teammate, good friend, Josie Watkins. May he rest in peace. My freshman year, Josie came with the whole Flames uniform, bro. And everybody was scared of him because he was the only person that was practicing in the full uniform back then. And we knew what the Flames was.
Facts.
Right? And what it represented. What did it mean to you coming up?
That was the first league that you get top and bottom uniforms. You get matching set uniforms. It was a good experience. Gerard Papa, that's who ran it too. I think he's still doing it too.
That's somebody I need to get on the show.
Yeah,
man. That's
yeah.
a legendary program from out there. Did a lot of the guys from Coney Island get their first kind of steps with the Flames before they went
definitely.
and branched out?
Definitely. Flames was number one. Then everybody branched out to other places.
What was the parks? What was the parks that you played at?
Oh, I played it all over. My favorite park was Brevoort. Your park.
Well, y'all had the garden out in Coney Island.
That was like Brevoort.
What was that experience like for you?
Brevoort was the best, man. Brevoort was like playing in the garden for me.
Right.
You know, I was always hyped to go to Brevoort.
Yeah, y'all always came out there deep too.
Yeah.
Crosstown and Coney Island always kind of clashed a little bit, but for those who had the love, we made sure you were safe on that side, and y'all made sure I was safe on your side.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So, but after you started to get your feet wet with the Flames and Citywide and the Broncos and all those things, and start traveling throughout the city, name some of the coaches you kind of played for and some of the guys you came up playing with.
I played for Paco Father.
Mr. Carl Screen, yes, Coach
That was
Screen.
one of my favorite coaches. I played for, of course, Bobby Hartstein.
Yeah.
I was in. Matter of fact, I played for Park Recreation, and Bobby recruited me from that. There was a tournament in Lincoln called Park Recreation, and that's how I met Bobby. Him and Tony.
Tony Grittani.
Yes.
Yo, I always thought Tony Grittani was an old retired mobster.
Me too. He looked like one too.
He had always kept a pocket full of money, a pocket full of change,
and some candy,
and another pocket full of candy, right? Always kept us straight, man. Always kept us straight.
Yeah.
During that time when you coming up, right? How important was basketball to you in your life at that time?
It was very important. You know, I looked at basketball as some, you know, I thought I wanted to go to the NBA like everybody else. You know, I took it serious until I met the wrong girl.
So, those are a lot of famous guys down for, man. But when I kind of first got introduced to you, you made the Lincoln team. Now, did you come in as a freshman or sophomore? How was that? Because I don't
came in as a freshman. Like I said, Bobby, he reached out to my grandmother. And he wanted me to come to the school. And that was it.
And did you make the team as a freshman or sophomore?
Freshman.
Stu's always trying to outdo me, man. I'm thinking I'm part of a selected few that made Lincoln as a freshman. But yes, I remember Slice coming on as a freshman and joining the team. And Slice had a lot of game. You had a lot of boogie to you, right? A lot of guys from Coney Island, they have fundamentals, right? There's only a few y'all guys who had the boogie that I know, right? It was you, your brother, and Mike Spence, right? Everybody else, and Spice. Definitely Spice. Spice he kind of came first.
Yeah.
But I think that kind of helped because Spice from Bed-Stuy. Then moved to Coney Island. Yeah. You guys lived all over the place, from Crosstown to Queens. So Spice had the boogie because he was from Bed-Stuy, right? His house got burned down, and then they moved over to Coney Island, right? You guys lived all over the place, so you guys got to see basketball from different sides of New York City, right? So this is, y'all bought that over to Coney Island. Not saying Coney Island didn't have that, but they was basically very good basketball players with excellent fundamentals, right? Some had some great jump shots, some was very athletic, some had both. Some had it all, like Stephon Marbury, right? You, on the other hand, you have brought a certain swag to the team, and I know you was very locked in on being part of the team, right? When can you say, like, the changes came about with you and basketball? Like, let's get in depth with that, because I know you talk a lot about Coach and what kind of impact he had in your life.
Yeah, Coach was a real, he was, how do I explain it? He was like a father figure to all of us.
Yeah.
And he gave me an opportunity to be on the team. And I started not taking it really serious. Like, I got involved with a female. I used to cut school, you know, and coach used to always tell me, I ain't gonna cut you, I'm gonna let you cut yourself. And I ain't even take them serious, and then I wound up failing off the team. And then my basketball career went to the left.
After, and it was your sophomore year this happened, right?
Sophomore year, yeah.
Right, so you made the stretch from the freshman year, which is kind of hard to do, knowing, you know, you got to play behind some dudes and you get sparingly playing time, and then move to the sophomore year, you was really starting to come into your own and then get distracted, right?
I think I'd have wanted to start if I would took it serious my sophomore year. I probably would have. Because I used to kill in practice.
Practice was, man, those are some very, very good practices. They're very competitive. You got a brother, younger brother, right, that kind of followed you into Lincoln. He would tell a story that he was recruited, but it started with Slice, and then did Tiny kind of follow you to Lincoln? Like, is that the
he was going to Grady.
That was the story.
He was going to Grady. And my grandmother, again, she asked Coach, do you have room for another player? And he said, yeah. So he came through. He wound up getting on the team.
Now, did Tiny follow you as you was making your steps through basketball, or he had his own role and did it that way? How did that work?
Well, I know for sure he used to follow me and my cousin all the time. You know, as a younger brother, me and my cousin used to go places to play ball. He used to follow us a lot. That's where I think he really patted his game down, just watching my cousin, watching me. And the fact his handle got better than mine at one point.
His boogie was crazy. And he was a lefty, so he brought something different to our team, something that we needed at the time. Great floor general, and I think it would have been a great thing to see two brothers play at the same time, similar to what, you know, the Marburys did early on, right? We talking about Spoon,
Spoon,
right?
Don and
Don, right? Yeah. So that moment that you took that turn to leave the team because Coach let you cut yourself.
Basically.
What was life after that?
Oh man, I had a choice. You know, it was either stay and go to school or the streets. And I got introduced to the streets by a friend of mine and started making money, but I was going to school at the same time. Then eventually I just left the school alone and just stuck with the streets. But I always came back and like supported the team and came to the games, no matter what I was doing outside.
For all the young guys out there, right, that you can give a message to and let them know how strong the pull of the streets is, right? And anybody could fall victim to it. You know what I'm saying? What would be your warning to them to keep them out of the streets and getting into those situations?
It's a good question, but at the same time, it depends on their situation. You know, a lot of kids got different situations. You got some kids that grew up with a mom and father, some with not parents. So it's hard to really tell them what to do, and they ain't got no foundation at home. So what they wind up doing is choosing the streets for their secondary family. But what I would tell them today, as I do, you know, definitely stay positive and stay strong. Because there's only two ways out in the streets. That's death or jail. And that's just been, you look at that's the pattern. You can't, unless you quit, which I did. You know, and I'm glad I made that choice I did.
And listen, Slice is just not talking just to be talking. I've seen this happen right in front of my face. As a matter of fact, while his brother and myself was playing ball, my brother and him was out there on the streets doing their thing. And that's how close we were to it, right? We all could have made those same mistakes, but they made sure we stayed on the right path because they were somewhere else that they didn't want us to be.
Facts.
Right? So it was like, yo, all right, we're not going to be there, but you guys are going to make sure that you guys do what you got to do.
Y'all ain't have no choice.
Nah, we didn't have a choice. We didn't have a choice at all, man. We didn't have a choice at all. So during your time in the streets, you saw, you know, a lot of money, a lot of cars, a lot of women, the fast life, moving and shaking all throughout the city and around the country.
Facts.
What was the thing that changed you for the better and creating something positive for your neighborhood and Bro Dead?
I think the death of my friend Bro, that's what changed me, and the birth of my daughter. So my daughter was born in April, Bro got killed in July. So once those two things happened, I gave it up. To a point where, you know, I had a lot of drugs in my house, probably like over half a kilo of drugs. And what I did was I gave it out. I just gave it away. I ain't want no more parts.
And that was it, cold turkey.
That was it, cold turkey.
Tell the people what kind of person Bro was, because I know I can, because I was close to the situation and knowing him, very, very, very happy guy, man, great smile.
Yeah.
And what kind of, guy was he to you?
Very, very loyal, very giving, no nonsense type, you know. If you cross the line, if you go against the grain, he just don't play it. Like, you know what I mean? He was like he definitely was the best friend I had.
But listen, I know people could tell you stories about yourself, Bro, and a lot of other dudes who were in the streets, but I never saw that, right? I saw the good in you guys, right?
Yeah, because
I got the positive side of you guys.
Because we kept that from a lot of people. We ain't want, you know what I mean? Especially people like yourself. You know, you was a ball player, my brother was a ball player, so we kept that away from y'all. So we always gonna show y'all the good. You know, definitely some negative things went down, but we try to keep that away.
Yeah, y'all definitely did, man. All right. So Slice, man, when Bro passed, it hit the hood hard, man. When I heard about it, I couldn't even believe it because, again, in my eyes, I'm going, yo, he was such a cool dude, man. Like, I've never seen y'all in beef. I've never seen the action. Of course, y'all kept us away from it. But when he passed, I think something changed in Coney Island, and especially around the way. What can you say that feeling was like when Bro passed?
It was the worst. It was the worst. In fact, when Bro got killed, he got killed over defending somebody, like sticking up for somebody, and that was the type of person he was. He had a fight with a dude. He was good at fighting, so he wound up beating the guy. The guy came back and shot him. You know, it wasn't his beef. It was somebody else's situation. And I wasn't there, but I heard the shots and I ran to the situation, and he basically died in my arms. Whew. Yeah.
So you was very close to that situation during his last days
Yeah.
on Earth.
I felt his last breath leave.
After we laying him to rest, what made you come up with the idea of doing something in his honor? And did you think it would be the holiday that it became? Because it's actually a holiday in Coney Island.
Yeah.
It's that real footage right here. It's that real footage. Coney Island. It's all love.
Move out your way, one more time. Yeah, we need the entire court. We're trying to get one moment of silence. This is in memory of Monica. Rest in peace, Monica. We love you. And in memory of Crazy, rest in peace. We love you. And all the people in Coney Island. As long as the things that keep us together are stronger than the things that keep us apart, we're gonna always be all right in Coney Island, y'all. Let's have some fun, man. It ain't about one person out here. Yeah, let's get busy, man. Welcome to Coney Island Hot Sauce. Hot Sauce, do the thing. Hot Sauce,
Nice in Coney Island, man. Ain't nobody nice in there.
No, I didn't think it was gonna be this big. I wanted to do something because it was a negative. I wanted to turn it into a positive. You know, at that time, after him, a lot of people was getting killed. So I just wanted to do something positive for the neighborhood. So I started with him. And not only that, on a personal tip, I didn't go to his funeral. And I couldn't take it to see him like that, so I didn't go. But I wanted to use that day as a day for me, personally, to mourn. And then for the community also.
I remember that first bro day because I actually played in it. It was crazy, man. I know you had Tick Tick Boom, you had Lance Stevenson.
No, not the first year Stephon. The first year Stephon played.
And I'm telling you, because he was shooting from half court, saying he's the best. Like, I'll never forget that. And I remember me and Lance Senior, not Lance Junior, Lance Senior, the dad, playing on the team. So I remember, that moment, and I came back that next year. Now it was packed out there, right? It was packed. But that next year, and then the years following, it became pure pandemonium.
Yeah. I know people that met their wives on Bro Day. They met their baby mothers on Bro Day. They met their significant others on Bro Day. I know people that went to college for Bro Day. People came to lot on Bro Day. Movies was made for Bro Day.
That's a fact.
Through the Fire came from Bro Day. You know what I mean? The list go on. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of movies, I'm gonna touch on something, right? Because when I interviewed Stephon Marbury, I asked him about this scene in He Got Game. For those of you who watched He Got Game, there was a scene where there's a character in He Got Game who had like this red car, right? And I was talking to you the other day, and I was kind of telling you that when my brother and you started hustling, my brother would send me these letters and tell me about the situation that was going on in the streets, right? And he was like, man, it's crazy out here, man. It's this thing, you know, called crack, and it got the city going crazy. I'm at prep school hearing all this. This had to be 87, 88. No, 86, 87. Because we had just won the city championship, right? So 87. And crack is heating up in New York City. When I came home, my brother had a white Sterling and you had
A red.
a red Sterling. And that red car and that character with
me.
the smooth curly hair, because you had the curly top, right? Was that you?
Yeah, that was me.
Wow.
Did you know that?
He knows.
Yeah, so let's slide off to AC, J-Man. Atlantic City.
What was your relationship with Steph as he was coming up?
I was the big bro, the big homie. You know, he took into me, you know, and I like to dress, I guess, you know. Cool dude. We just clicked. We clicked. And the part you see in the movie, and the block that it went down, that's the block I used to hustle on. So they used the red car and the block that I hustled on. And those are the type of things I used to say to stuff on in the car. So whoever told the story to Spike, you know, there was somebody got to be close to us that knew what type of relationship we had.
Man, I want to give a big shout out to Stephon Marbury and the whole Marbury family, man. Steph out here still doing big things. But I know since I asked him that question on the show, I had to ask you. It wouldn't have been fair if I didn't ask you, right? So let's move on. Let's talk about some of the people who you brought down the bro day, and don't leave anybody out, because there's so many people, from basketball players to performers, entertainers, actors, and all. So let's run down the list of those people that was down there.
Foxy Brown, her brothers, Gavin, Anton, Fab, ball players from Shamgar Wells, Booger Smith, the whole N1 team, Hot Sauce, AO, Main Event, everybody who played the N1, they played. My man Circus. Oh man.
What about the Coney Island guys? Can't forget those
No,
guys.
I ain't gonna forget them. Of course, Lance, Steph, Bashy, Norm Richardson, D-Flight. D-Flight is my MVP of brother all time. Hands down. Tick Tick Boom. Strawberry. I played, my brother played, you played. Bernard Mitchell played.
It's
I'll
crazy.
be here for 3 days talking about how many people played, but everybody.
When they had the N1 event on Coney Island, right? And you was like, yo, Pooh, I need you to get these interviews in real quick and
I appreciate you for that too.
No, you know that, man. Anything for you, bro. Got a chance to talk to Lance, Bashy, Hot Sauce, Tick Tick Boom, and who else? And AO, right? And all those guys talked about how much fun and how legendary Bro Day was for them and that experience. And Hot Sauce, who played all over the world, he said the best place and the most pandemonium courts he ever played in was Coney Island during Bro Day.
You know, we had N1, we was crowded and stuff, but Bro Day was like the Lions Den, so it was on a different level. So I ain't gonna lie, I was nervous the first time I came, and then I came again the second time. The second time I was kind of like, I felt like I was at home.
What was it like when he was out there? Because he was at the height of his success.
I want to thank my man Mark Edwards, because he made it happen. And John Hawk, the producer of Through the Fire, they came through. I forgot how I met Mark, but he brought the whole N1 team. At that time, they was at their high. They was lit. And they came for free too. And I think they didn't want, when the N1 came, they took Bro Day to another level. I definitely gotta say that. The beginning, of course, was big, but when the N1 came, Bro Day went to the roof.
Was it like that picture? There's a famous picture when Dr. J was playing at the Rucker, where people was on the trees, on the roof, on the fence. Was it like that?
Yeah. It was all over. On the fence, trees, roof. It was crazy. The court was starting to get too small for Bro Day. So that's why this year I'm trying to move it to a bigger place.
Do you have the definite spot? And I know you have a definite date, right?
Yeah, July 26th.
July 26th.
Saturday, July 26th.
Bro Day, July 26th, Saturday, Bro Day in Coney Island. The national holiday for Coney Island, Brooklyn. Like, I always say this, right? Coney Island is in Brooklyn, but Coney Island is like the Harlem of Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Would you say that?
Yeah. I think because we breed basketball players. I mean, you know, y'all got y'all basketball players
yeah,
on your
sure.
side, but just when you go to Coney Island, that's supposed to be only 3 avenues with 16 blocks long. Place is small, but we created over 8 or 9 NBA players. Where can you say that in the world?
That's a fact. 2 McDonald All-Americans in the same building.
Yeah.
2 times, right? So you got Stephon and Bashi, and then you got Lance and Isaiah. Both of them lived in the same building.
Yeah. Steph and Bash. And you want Isaiah was probably born in the same building. He just moved, you know what I'm saying, to a different block.
Wow. How many people can say that?
So we got 4 McDonald All-Americans. Stephon, Bashi, Lance, and Isaiah.
And it's crazy, right? I hate to brag. Damn, we good. Lincoln got the most McDonald All-Americans than any other school in New York City. It's a fact. We all from Coney Island. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Wow. What are you looking forward to Bro Day coming up on July 26th?
Being that I ain't doing it in a couple of years, just bringing the fun back, trying to stop the violence in the neighborhood. Been a lot of violence lately. Just trying to get everybody back together like a family, like it used to be. That's my main focus. Especially bring some good players out there.
So you want to give people kind of a preview of what they got forward to look forward to see out there and who might be out there this summer?
I'm not gonna say no names because I want everybody to be surprised, but definitely gonna be some big ballers out there from all ages.
And we want to say pause on that because Slice, I know he don't play that game, but big ballers is crazy, fam. Big ballers is crazy. Nah. But basketball has to definitely be out there, man. We'll be out there filming. Me and my guy, Fa, will be out there, doing our thing as usual. So, not only you've done Bro Day, you've done a couple of films as well, man.
Yeah.
Like, how did you branch off into that?
It was something I always wanted to do. I said to myself one day, you've been through a lot. Like, just change your stories into film, you know what I mean? Where it can also help people, and I want to tell my story myself. One day soon, I want to tell my story. I'm sure it'll be a good film.
What was some of the things that you worked on?
Well, I got a film I call Our Mother's Voices, which is about mothers who lost their kids to the streets. That's on Tubi right now, and I'm working on part 2.
So look into the camera, man, and tell people where they can find it, and give them a title again, bro.
Our Mother's Voices, you can find it on Tubi, and I'll look forward for part 2. Hopefully, part 2 will be on Netflix.
Well, listen, when you find it on Tubi, make sure you like it and share it with somebody. All right? Because that's the key for that right there, man. That's with you coming full circle with your life, right? We're talking about all of those things, from the start, how you got introduced to ball, how you got distracted by the streets, and the girl that kind of blinded you with love, and then you kind of dipped out of school, and then watching us.
It was her right here.
Ball, no, don't blame it on her. Don't blame that. Don't blame that on her. See, gotta stop throwing the wife under the bus. I keep telling you that, man. She's your backbone. Nothing happens without her, man.
No, you know what it is? It's the light-skinned woman.
We ain't gonna spread that rumor either.
No, you know what I mean? I'm just keeping it real.
Well, that's all you've been asking since I've known you since when we was kids, bro. Come on, man. Let's keep it a buck. That's who you always chase behind. But anyway, you got to go with now, so stick with it.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Look, now, I want to take you back real quick. When you won the city championship at St. John's, what was going through your mind? I know you had a pocket full of money and you was good, but what was going through your mind?
When y'all played?
Yes, when we won the city championship at St. John's.
I was happy, man. I was happy. Well, as you notice, I always came to the games, no matter what. I came to the games, man. I probably had drugs on me, guns on me. I still came to support.
Yes, yes.
So when y'all won, did I wish it was me on the court? Yeah, I did. Of course. That was my thing, ball. So, but I was more happy for y'all.
But you had your brother there represent for y'all.
Yeah, definite. My brother was nice, bro. I still love watching my brother play.
Yeah, a lot of people always ask me, yo, was Tiny good? Tiny good? I say, yo,
shit.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Slice was too. I know a lot of you guys that's gonna watch this and you're gonna be like, Slice ain't play no ball. Trust me. He was on Lincoln. Right? If he would have stayed the path, who knows what would have happened. We had two brothers going D1.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, this is dope, man. This is dope. So, like, you got Bro Day. Is this going to be the last one? Is this the grand finale? Or you want to keep doing them after this?
I think this is probably, I don't know, depends on how it go. Because, I don't know. I think I might just do one and done. Because this is the anniversary, so I might do one and done.
And you just gonna leave it?
Yeah, I think.
Like, bro, you can't.
I did 25 years.
25 years of Bro Day?
Yeah, not including the ones I didn't do.
So hold on. So you mean there was other Bro Days that you had no involvement in?
No, there was other Bro Days that I didn't do. Other years I didn't do it. Like you know what I'm saying? I stopped, and then years went by, and I would come back.
Okay.
So the first Bro Day was in '95.
Yes. Yeah.
So you do the math, we'll be at
2025 right now.
Yeah.
It's a long time, bro.
Yeah. I carried my man's name a long time. Only people can say they did that. No funding. No sponsors. Still ain't got a sponsor now.
Right. Anybody want to sponsor Bro Day, trust me, it's the biggest basketball event weekend in all of Brooklyn. You can make it peak with when the Bro Day is happening, you can put your Rutgers, your Dyckmans, your Gersh, all together in one, because just imagine the whole Coney Island coming out being flooded on one court. Kids of all ages.
I want to shout out my man Darren Smith, because if it wasn't for Darren, I would have never met Bro. Because I used to live with my aunt, then I wound up living with Darren. But that's how I met Bro and Six and everybody, from Darren Smith.
Well, that's a good segue right there, because we can do part two. We're going to come out to Coney Island, you know what I'm saying? And do the walkthrough,
yep.
Right? See some familiar faces and hang out with our god Darren, man. Another brother of mine's, man, when we was playing, Darren was our manager right there, right? And I bet you he can knock out any other manager in New York City at the time. But D held us down, living positive right now, always did the right thing, and always a fair, good brother, man. So I'm looking forward to doing part two, man. We're gonna come out to Coney Island, come chill with you. Sounds good?
Yeah, sure.
My man. Hold on. So, y'all heard it here first, man. Story of Bro Day, story of my guy. Slice, and there's more, but this ain't that kind of channel for this. So there's other interviews with him online, y'all can check it out. And maybe when he come out with his movie or documentary, we can tap in a little bit more. Or maybe he'll hire us to do it. Y'all know what it is.
You don't need big production for that.
Man, listen, we got it. My guy Fire right there, he's the best in the business. Well, listen, I'm your host, Glenn Poole Harding, and you've been watching BASKETBALLHEADZZ Live, the official home for New York City basketball. Peace.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Yes. You have just stepped into the world of